And you can see this White House behind me. That's where police spent hours with Hutchinson inside before he was taken into custody just about an hour ago at around 9 o'clock tonight. Of the moments that he was out of the home in handcuffs by two police officers and placed into an unmarked vehicle. And we know that the 22-year-old is charged with manslaughter but could be facing more charges pending.
In a tragic and bewildering turn of events, the life of 30-year-old Jessica Edwards, a devoted mother to a 7-month-old child, was cut short by her own husband, Taj Hutchinson, a 22-year-old soldier in the United States Army. This heartbreaking tale unravels the dark circumstances surrounding a seemingly innocent gift, a guinea pig presented to Jessica on Mother's Day. Little did anyone suspect that this gift would ignite a chain of events that would lead to Jessica's untimely demise. If you're interested in this, stay tuned till the video ends. Welcome to Off the Wall Crimes, Lost Souls Edition. Hit the subscribe button and bell to be notified of more off-the-wall crime stories. Our story unfolds in the quiet town of South Windsor, Connecticut, a place renowned for its shopping opportunities in the picturesque setting of northern Connecticut. Jessica Connie Sue Edwards, hailing from Kingston, Jamaica, was a woman with a vibrant spirit, born on January 4, 1993. Her early life was spent in Jamaica until her family's migration to the United States when she was 7 years old. They settled in Hartford, where Jessica attended public schools, culminating in her graduation from East Hartford High School in 2009. Her pursuit of knowledge led her to Manchester Community College, where she earned an associate's degree in early childhood education. Her educational journey didn't end there, as she was on the cusp of becoming a respiratory therapist when tragedy struck. Described as someone with a great sense of humor and a penchant for light-hearted banter, Jessica was well loved by her family and friends. Her life seemed to be on the right track when she met and fell in love with Taj Hutchinson. Their love story blossomed, leading to marriage and eventually parenthood. Their shared interests and apparent happiness radiated through the photographs and videos they posted online, showing them as a loving couple who reveled in the joys of parenthood. The arrival of their 7-month-old baby should have marked a time of continued happiness, but a fateful incident on Mother's Day would cast a shadow over their lives. Taj gifted Jessica a guinea pig, a gesture of affection for Mother's Day. However, her true desire was a visit to the nail salon, leading to a disagreement between the couple. This seemingly trivial argument escalated into a physical altercation the following day, May 10th. It was during this confrontation that Taj, driven to a violent extreme, grabbed a knife. A struggle ensued, ultimately resulting in Taj kneeling on Jessica's neck and back until her life was tragically extinguished. Instead of seeking immediate help, Taj wrapped Jessica's lifeless body in a blanket and placed it in the back of his car. Coincidentally, family members became alarmed when Jessica failed to respond to their messages on May 10th. They went to her home, only to spot Taj hastily covering something in his car with a blanket. Suspicions ran high, with Jessica's sister even believing she saw a body beneath the cover. An attempt to investigate was cut short as Taj sped away, denying a closer look. Both Jessica's family and Taj reported her as missing to the police on May 10th. However, from the outset, investigators harbored deep reservations about her husband's involvement. Taj's behavior raised suspicions. From his late-night arrival at East Hartford Police Headquarters, barefoot and reporting Jessica's disappearance, to his evasive answers regarding her whereabouts. Remarkably, he displayed little interest in updates regarding his wife's disappearance and seemed more inclined to discuss unrelated matters with officers. Furthermore, he attributed scratches on his face to work on his truck's brake pads, despite the vehicle showing no signs of recent repairs. Officers noted his conspicuous lack of emotion about his wife's vanishing and the fact that he failed to notify his own parents about the situation. As the investigation unfolded, Jessica's sister provided crucial information to the police, detailing what she had witnessed on the day of her sister's disappearance. While officers searched the couple's condominium for evidence of a struggle, nothing out of the ordinary was found. In the following days, a comprehensive search effort was launched to locate Jessica. Tasha's online message, pleading for Jessica's return, became a chilling testament to the tragedy unfolding behind the scenes. Desperate and emotional, he expressed his longing and fear for his beloved wife's safety and the distress of their child. The search for Jessica intensified, ultimately leading law enforcement to focus on a wooded area in East Hartford. Exhaustive efforts, including the analysis of surveillance camera footage, pieced together a timeline of Jessica's final movements and Tasha's whereabouts around the time of her disappearance. Their efforts bore fruit on May 20 when, to their immense sorrow, investigators discovered Jessica Edwards' lifeless body concealed in the underbrush. The state's chief medical examiner was able to confirm her identity through a distinctive birthmark on her right shoulder. Subsequently, Taj was taken into custody and, in a tragic twist, confessed to the crime. South Windsor police further revealed an arrest warrant, in which Hutchinson admitted to the fatal altercation with Edwards. A judge subsequently raised Hutchinson's bond to a staggering $1.5 million, as this heart-wrenching tale of love, loss, and ultimately, justice, unfolded. The arrest warrant states that the day before Mother's Day, Hutchinson bought Edwards a guinea pig as a gift, and she was angry about it on Mother's Day. Their argument led to a physical confrontation, according to police. He said he pushed her, which caused her ear to bleed. On Monday morning, according to the warrant, their arguing continued. This argument caused a serious altercation, prompting Taj to grab a knife, flip her to the ground, and kneel on her neck and her back until she stopped breathing. Eventually, she stopped moving and died later that same day. Edward's sister went to Hutchinson's home on Cinnamon Springs Road in South Windsor. Police say she told them she saw in the trunk of his Jeep what appeared to be a blanket covering a body. As she demanded him to open up the trunk, Hutchinson sped off. She also told police she found divorce papers filled out by Edwards but was never filed in the documents. He went on to say he drove to a random GPS location and dragged the body to a wooded area, which is where Edwards was eventually found on Friday by Driver Road in East Hartford. Ashley, a longtime friend of Edwards, told Fox 61 that she is just speechless, wanting to know how and why Hutchinson lied during the duration Edwards was gone. How can someone pretend that they didn't know what was going on with her, and all this time they knew what the heck was going on? You must have played it out really well, thinking nobody was going to come out and do nothing. Karen Prescott, a spokesperson for the family and founder of Power Up Manchester, shared strong words in court. He should be denied bail the same way the family was denied the truth when they asked him what time Jessica left the house. The following Tuesday, after Hutchinson says he dumped Edwards' body, the warrant explained that Hutchinson's statements were not lining up with what really happened. Police say he never asked for updates on his wife's disappearance and even asked officers about Connecticut laws regarding airsoft and pellet guns. Police found this strange as he was more concerned about that than finding his missing wife. The chief medical examiner's office revealed Edwards died from compression to her neck and torso. Hutchinson is due back in court next month. He provided a detailed account of how he took her life and disposed of her body in the woods, then reported her missing at the police station. His initial charge was first-degree manslaughter, but Jessica's family strongly advocated to elevate it to a murder charge. Several months later, Taj Hutchinson, originally facing a first-degree manslaughter charge in Jessica Edwards' case, had the charge escalated to murder, accompanied by additional charges for endangering a child and tampering with evidence. The family expressed great satisfaction with this development. On May 10, the initial report of Jessica Edwards' disappearance was made. Her husband, 22-year-old Taj Hutchinson, initially claimed that she had left in a car with friends that morning and had not returned. The police expressed doubts about his account, initiating searches in South Windsor, Manchester, and East Hartford. Ultimately, on May 21, her body was discovered in a wooded area in East Hartford, leading to Hutchinson's arrest that same evening. Subsequently, he admitted to a physical altercation that resulted in Edwards' death. After extensive investigation, the initial manslaughter charge was elevated to murder. Hutchinson is being held at the Cheshire Correctional Facility on $1.5 million bond. The tragic aftermath of this story is the 7-month-old child who now has to grow up without both parents, with Hutchinson incarcerated. It is a devastating and senseless crime, all stemming from a seemingly innocent Mother's Day gift of a guinea pig. The family remembers Jessica Edwards as a loving and caring individual, and they are hopeful that she will receive the justice she deserves. Her memory is intended to be a source of comfort for her family and all those who knew her, and her life and untimely passing should serve as an inspiration, spurring action towards justice and greater protection for survivors of domestic abuse. Jessica Edwards' memory serves as a source of inspiration and a call for increased protection for survivors of domestic abuse. The tragic loss of her life should encourage action toward achieving justice and safeguarding individuals from domestic violence. The story reminds us to prioritize safety, both in our relationships and in our communities. It's a solemn reminder to be vigilant and to look out for one another, ensuring that no one has to endure the tragic fate that Jessica Edwards faced. In remembrance of Jessica Edwards and countless others affected by domestic violence, let us work toward a world where such stories are rare and where survivors receive the support and justice they deserve. Thanks for watching Off the Wall Crimes, Lost Souls Edition. Please stay safe out there, and see you guys in the next video.